In this chapter class, we are going to see the angle between the hour hand and a minute hand at a given point of time, the angle covered by the hour hand, the concept of relativity of time, and the mirror images, and so many things. Now, to start with, let us see the angle covered by the hour hand. Now, here the relation is given, the minute hand and the hour hand. If the minute hand covers 60 minutes, say 2 o'clock. Now, if the minute hand covers 60 minutes, by that time the hour hand will cover only 5 minutes. This is what they are given. Now, 1 minute equals 6 degree, so 5 minutes equal to 5 6 or 30 degree. I converted the minute into degrees. So, for 1 minute, the angle covered by the hour hand will be half degree. That means for every 1 minute movement of the minute hand, the hour hand will move only half degree, just half of the minute. Now let us see the formula. The hour hand angle is the minute, just half of the minute covered by the minute hand. Now let us see some problems based on this. A clock shows 10:45 in the morning. By 4:30 p.m., what is the angle covered by the hour hand? First, see what is the duration between 10:45 to 4:30 p.m. Now, from 10:45 till 12, we have 1 hour 15 minutes. We have 1 hour 15 minutes. And from 12 to 4:30, we have 4 hours 30 minutes. So, we have adding this here 45 minutes and then here 5 hours 45 minutes. Now we have to convert the whole 5 hours 45 minutes into minutes. So 1 hour equal to 60 minutes. So 5 minutes equal to 560s are 300 minutes. Here 145. So the minute hand has covered 345 minutes during this 10:45 to 4:30. So we have seen earlier, for every 1 minute, the hour hand will cover half degrees. Accordingly, the angle covered by the hour hand equal to minute by 2. Now that is 345 by 2, that is 172.5 degree. So what we need to do, find out the duration, convert it into minutes, and then divide the minutes into 2, which will give you the angle covered by the hour hand. Now let us see other forms. Now, how to find initial time? The clock shows 10:45 in the morning. After the hour hand has turned through 135 degree, what will be the new time? See, earlier the 2 timings were given. We have calculated the duration divided by 2. That will give you the angle. Now, here it is given starting time. The angle is also given. We have to find out the new time. Nothing. If you know, if we are able to convert this angle in terms of minutes, that much time we have to go ahead. Let us see. Now, angle equal to minute by 2. So, twice the angle will give you the minute. Now, that is 2 into 135 equal to the minute. That means it is 135s are 270 minutes equal to 270 minutes. Now, it is equivalent to 4 hours and then 30 minutes. Now, what we have to do, the initial time it is 10:45. We need to go 4 hours 30 minutes ahead. So, to get the new time. So, let us see 10:45 plus 4:30. The time will be 15 hours. That means 3:15 p.m. So, here what we have done, just initial time is given. We have converted the angle into minutes and the duration, that much duration we have to go ahead to get the new time. Okay, now Next point, the angle between the hour hand and minute hand at a given point of time. How to find? To handle these questions, we have to remember 3 points. 1 minute equal to 6 degree. Of course, it is very easy. In one round means 360 degree, but in clock, one round means 60 minutes. So 60 minutes equal to 360 degree. So 1 minute equal to 360 by 60, that is 6 degree. Next, not overtaken half of the minute and overtaken the remaining into half, the rest divided by 2. What does it mean? Let us see the concept of overtaken and not overtaken. What does it mean? First, not overtaken. Now, see 7:25. The smaller hand is in 7 and it is 12. Now, by 7:25, the minute hand has come to 5. That means it is not yet crossed. It has not yet overtaken the smaller hand. So it is called not overtaken. On the other hand, now let us see. The time is 1:25. This was the time 1 o'clock. Now by 1:25, the minute hand has reached 5. That means after crossing, after overtaking this minute hand, this is called overtaken. Now naturally the question will come, sir, 7:35, it is overtaken or not? No doubt, because 7 o'clock, this is the position. The smaller hand is in 7 and the bigger hand is in 12. By that time, it comes to 7. The smaller hand will move little ahead. Still, it is not overtaken. So, this is the way to find whether it is overtaken or not overtaken. Now, how to find the angle between the minute hands? Suppose 7:25. We want to find the time between the minute hand and hour hand. This is the area. Now, problem is here, one thing you have to remember, the hour hand will always between two numbers. See, between 7 and 8. It will be at 7 or 8 only when the bigger hand is in 12. Even if it is 1 minute movement, it will be lying between 7 and 8 or somewhere. So, now let us see. This is the area. What we have to do? From 5 to 7 sharply we can count. This area 10 minutes, so 10, 6 are 60 degree. The problem will arise only the shaded area. That means between 7 and this position. Now this angle is covered. The bigger hand, smaller hand was in 7. Now it has gone little away, little up. This is because of the minute hand movements from 7 to 7:25. This once again I am telling, the smaller hand was in 7. Now it has gone little away. So this is because of this. So this shaded area is nothing but the movement of the minute hand from 12 to 5. That means the minute hand has covered 25 minutes. We already seen if the minute hand covers 25 minutes, the hour hand will move just half of it. That's why this area, the shaded area, is just minute by 2. That's why I already told. For not overtaken, make the minute into half. So half of the minute is 25, that is 12.5. And from this 5 to 7, 10 minutes, 10, 6 are 60 degree. So we need to add these two. It is nothing but 72.5 degree. Once again I am telling, see, from the bigger hand, move towards the smaller hand. The smaller hand is lying between 2 points. Here 7 and 8. So if we move from 5, so up to 7 is coming first. We are reaching first 7, 5 to 7, 10 minutes. So 10, 6 are 60. And the shaded area, this is because of the minute hands movements from 12 to 5. That means 25 minutes. So for every 1 minute, the hour hand will move half of it. That's why for not overtaken, we have to make the minute into half. So this is 72.5 is the answer. Now let us see overtaken. Now once again 125. What I told, this is the position from now. See, earlier 7 to 8, this was not overtaken. So we had gone from this point to this end. In case if it is overtaken, now we have to come in the reverse direction up to this point. Now as it is overtaken, from 5, if you go, it will come first 2. Because the smaller end is lying between 1 and 2. So if you go from 5, we are reaching 2 first. So from 2 to 5, 15 minutes, 15 into 6, so 90 degree. This will give you this area. And what about the shaded area? This, when will this area will be covered? If the minute hand will go to 12. That means if it covers the remaining 35 minutes, this minute hand will come to this position. So in this case, we have to make the remaining minutes into half. The remaining minutes means here 125 for 2 o'clock, 35 minutes are there. So remaining minutes are 35. So half of 35, that is 17.5. So if we add, it is 107.5. So it is very easy. If it is overtaken, the remaining minutes into half. If it is not overtaken, make the minute into half. And from the bigger hand, move towards the smaller hand. The smaller hand is lying between 2 ends. If we move from this, then it will, this is the end. Accordingly, we will multiply how many minutes? We have to multiply by 6. If it is overtaken, then we have to come in the reverse order. While coming, this number comes first. So we have to calculate the duration here. So this is the way to find out. Now, reflex angle. Reflex angle means this part. Earlier we have seen this is angle. Reflex angle means the remaining part. Now, the angle and the reflex angle together comprise 360 degree. So to find the reflex angle, we have to find out 360 minus the angle. As we have calculated, whether it is overtaken or not overtaken, find out using those rules, we will find the angle. Simply from 360 we have to. Now, earlier we have calculated the angle between the minute hand and hour hand when the time is 7:25, it is 72.5. This is the angle. So for reflex angle, we have to subtract this 72.5 from 360. So if we subtract 0.5, 7, 15, 8, so 287.5 degree is the reflex angle. Now let us see mirror image, or the hands of the clock are interchanged. Now what is this? This is the, suppose this is the image. If you see it in the mirror, it looks like it is simply interchanging the smaller and bigger hands. In by nature, we can see, suppose the clock shows 3 o'clock. Suppose the clock shows 3 o'clock. In the mirror, it looks like 9 o'clock. Why? That simply 4 o'clock, then it looks like 8 o'clock. How to find? The mirror image is 12 hours minus the actual time. 12, so whatever the time it shows, actual time, subtract from 12 hours, you will get the mirror image. Now let us see based on this. A clock shows 16 minutes past 9. This is the actual time. Now we have to find out the mirror image. Mirror image, as I have told, 12 hours, from 12 hours we have to subtract. 12 hours means 11:60. 11 hours 60 minutes. If we subtract, here it is 44 and 11 minus 9, 2. The mirror will show 2:44. This is the mirror time. So to find the mirror image of a given time, what we have to do? From 12 hours, that means 11 hours 60 minutes, if we subtract you will get the mirror image. This is the way. Now, relative time. What is this relative time? Relative time means both are in movement. So what is visible to us is not. Let us see. I am showing you the linear movement of our hand. Actually, it is circular motion. Suppose here minute hand and hour hand are at one point. Say like 12 o'clock position. Now after 1 hour, the minute hand will move to 60 minutes ahead. By this time, the hour hand will move 5 minutes. Now, what is the actual gap between the minute hand and hour hand? Only 55 minutes. Although the minute hand has covered 60 minutes, relatively, as the smaller hand is also moving, the actual distance is 55 minutes only. So that is what they are telling. Visibly, it seems that it covers 60 minutes, but it is not so, as the smaller hand is also in movement. Let us see. This is 12 o'clock position. Now after one round, if it comes, what happened? The smaller hand goes to 1. Initially both were in 12. Now after one round, the smaller hand has gone to 1. Now what is the present situation? The smaller hand is only 55 meters ahead of the bigger hand. So this is what that I have shown it in the linear movement. The minute hand, after 1 hour it has covered 60 minutes. By that time, the hour hand moves 5 minutes. So the real gap is 55 minutes. This is called the relative time. Now let us see. If the visible time is 60, the relative time is only 55 minutes. So 1 minute of relative time equal to 60 by 55, that is 12 by 11. So to get the relative time, we have to multiply by 12 by 11. See here the relative time. How to get the relative time? Multiply the visible time by 12 by 11. Now let us see based on this. Now the time at which the clock coincides. Suppose 11 o'clock. Now when will it coincide? As the smaller hand is in 11, the bigger hand has to come to 11. That means 55 minutes it has to move. But by this time, the smaller hand won't be there. It will also move. So how much it is? For us, the visible time is only 55 minutes only. Now to get the actual, the relative time, let us see when it will be. The relative time equal to, visible to us is only from 12 to 11. That means 55 minutes only. Now, as I already told, we have to multiply by 12 by 11 to get the actual time. So 55, here 11 5 times, so 60 minutes. So the coincide takes place 60 minutes past 11 o'clock. 60 minutes past 11. 60 minutes past 11 means that is 12 o'clock only the coincide takes place. So just what we have to, what is visible to us? Here 11 o'clock, once again I am telling, 11 o'clock, to catch hold of the smaller hand, the bigger hand has to move 55 minutes all the way from 12, it has to come to 11. So 55 minutes. But by the time the smaller hand will also move. How much will it move? How much the minute hand has to cover extra distance to balance that? That will, you will get it by multiplying by 12 by 11. So the visible time is 55 minutes. If you multiply by 12 by 11, actual time is 60 minutes. 60 minutes ahead of this 11 o'clock, that is 12 o'clock only, the coincide takes place. Now, so this is the way to find. Let us see one more question. Between 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock, when the coincide takes place. This is 4 o'clock. Now, to catch hold of this smaller hand, the bigger hand has to come to 4. That means 20 minutes. But by that time it reaches 4, the smaller hand will also move. So the visible time, it won't work. So we have to find out actually how much it is. So to get the relative time, what I have told, 20 minutes is visible to us. Now to get the actual time, we have to multiply by 12 by 11. That is 20 12s are 240 by 11. Converting it into minutes, 2 11s are 22. Again 21. Remainder 9 by 11 minutes. Past 4. That means the coincide takes place somewhere between 421 and 422. It takes place. So just to see how much is the gap, and that minute into, you have to multiply by 12 by 11. Okay. Now this is for coincidence. Now let us see how to find the hands of the clock are opposite. 6 o'clock we can see it is opposite direction. 6 o'clock is the actual opposite. Now this opposite happens everywhere, not only one time. Now suppose between 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock, when the opposite. Before that, we have to see what is opposite number. Suppose here 3, the opposite number is 6. Sorry, the opposite number is 9. For 6, the opposite number is 12. That means to get the opposite number, we have to either add 6 or subtract 6. You will get the opposite. Suppose 4, the opposite is 4 plus 6, 10 is the opposite. For 8, you have to subtract 6. So 2 is the opposite number. So now let us see. This is 5 o'clock. Now the position of the smaller hand is in 5. The number opposite to 5 is just add 6. 11 is the number opposite to 5. So the bigger hand has to go to 11. 11 means the minute hand has to cover 55 minutes. Again that 55 minutes, this 5 won't be here. It will move. Accordingly, we need to find the relative time. As I already told, 55 is visible to us. So if we multiply by 12 by 11, so 55, this is 5 times. So 60 minutes. 60 minutes past 5. So by 6 o'clock only, the hands will be opposite to each other. So what you need to do for opposite, first see, locate where the position of this smaller hand. Now find the opposite number by adding or subtracting 6. So the minute hand has to move from 12 to all the way that particular number. Now you will get how many minutes it has to cover, and to get the relative time, again we need to multiply by 12 by 11. This is the way. Now let us see one more question we will do. Between 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock. This is 10 o'clock is there. Now smaller hand is in 10. So the number opposite to is just subtract 6. It is 4. The smaller hand has to come, the bigger hand has to come to 4. That means the bigger hand has to cover 20 minutes. Once again, to get the relative time, we have to multiply by 12 by 11. So this we already seen, 240 by 11, that is 21, 9 by 11 minutes past 10. So somewhere between 10:21 and 10:22, the opposite positions will take place. So this is the way. Now right angles, the concept of right angles. We know this is right angle. That means 90 degree. Now if the hands of the clock are in this position in a clock, then no doubt it is 90 degree. Say like 3 o'clock, no doubt it is 90 degree. So that means 15 minutes apart. If the gap between the smaller hand and the bigger hand, it is 15 minutes, then we can say the angles are at right angles. Now how to find? See, between 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock, when the hands will be at right angles. Actually, there will be two right angles will be there. One in the first half, that means 7:30, 7 to 7:30, the first half, there will be a right angle, and the second part. Now, here, what we have to do, this is 7 o'clock. The position of the smaller hand is in 7. Just subtract 3 and add 3. That means 7 plus 3, 7 minus 3. 7 plus 3, that is 10. 7 minus 3, that is 4. That means if the bigger hand comes to 4, there will be a right angle. See here, it is a right angle. And if it comes to 10, again there will be a right angle. So there will be two right angles, one in the first half, the another one in the second half. Now see what you have to do. See the position of the smaller hand, subtract 3, you will get a number, and add 3, you will get a number. Those two numbers, if the bigger hand reaches 10, there will be a right angle, as well as if it reaches 4, again there will be a right angle. Now how to find? Again the relative time only. 4 means 20 minutes. So we have seen 20 minutes means 20 into 12 by 11. Just now we have seen this is 21 line by 11 minutes. Again 10 into 12 by 11. Sorry, 10 means 10 6 are 60. So 60 minutes into 12, that is 720 by 11. So 6 6 are, sorry, 10, sorry, 10, if it comes to 10 means it has to cover 50 minutes, sorry. Now 50 minutes, so 50, that is 600 by 11. 600, so 5 11s are 55, again 50, so 4 11s are 44, 6 by 11. So 21 9 by 11 minutes, past 7. Once again 64, 54 6 by 11 minutes, past 4. Sorry, past 7. So you will get two right angles. One is 21 9 by 11 minutes past 7, the another one. So what we have to do, once again I am telling, see the position of the smaller hand, subtract 3 and add 3. 7 plus 3 is 10 and 7 minus 3 is 4. 4, the bigger hand has to come to 4 all the way from 12. That means it has to cover 20 minutes, while to come to 10, the bigger hand has to cover 50 minutes. So 50 into 12 by 11. So you will have two right angles. So this is the way to find the right angles. Now, how many right angles are there between 2 to 10? Now let us see. Just now we have seen for every 1 hour there will be two right angles. So in 24 hours or in 12 hours, so 12 into 2, 24 right angles. No, only 22 right angles. Why? No 24. Why? Now, visible right angles are 3 o'clock and the another one is 9 o'clock. Okay. Now, this 3 o'clock, it is common to both 2 to 3 as well as 3 to 4. If you calculate 2 to 3, you will get two right angles among one. 3 o'clock is also one answer, and from 3 to 4 you will get two right angles on that also, as 3 is common to both. So although 2 to 4 it is 2 hours, there will be only 3 right angles because we are counting 3 o'clock as twice. So here only 3 right angles takes place. Similarly, this 9 o'clock is common to 8 to 9 and 9 to 10. So from 8 to 10 again there are 3 right angles. So 12 hours mean 12 to are 24 right angles. No, we have as we have counted 3 o'clock twice and 9 o'clock twice, we have to reduce 2. So only 22 right angles. So in a day there will be 2 22s are 44 right angles. Now based on this 2 to 10, how many right angles are there? Now say 2 to 10, How many hours? The duration is 8 hours. 2 to 10, 8 hours. Of course, 2 into 8, 16 right angles. Now, we have to see whether anything is repeated, counted twice. Yes, from 2 to, check whether 2 to 3 and 3 to 4 is included. Yes, from 2 to 10, 2 to 3 is also there, 3 to 4 is also there. So, we have counted 3 twice. So, we have to subtract 1. Again, check whether 8 to 9 and 9 to 10 both are there. Yes, here 8 to 9 and 9 to 10 is there. So, we have counted 9 also twice. So, we need to subtract 1 more. So, 16 minus 2, there are 14 right angles only. Now, let us see for one more. Between 3 o'clock and 10 o'clock, the duration is 3 to 10, 7 hours. So, 7 into 2, for every 1 hour there will be 2 right angles. 10 2s are 14 right angles. Now, let us check whether any repetition is there. Now, 2 to 3 and 3 to 4 is no. Only 3 to 4 alone is there. So, 3 is not counted twice. Whenever both the timings are there, then only it is counted. Now, come to the other end. 8 to 9 and 9 to 10. Yes, it is there. 8 to 9 as well as 9 to 10. So, here we have counted 9 twice. So, we need to subtract 1. So, there are 13 right angles. Now, one more. From 3 to 9. Now, 3 to 9, the timing is 6 hours. First multiply by 2, 6 into 2, 12 right angles. Now, let us check whether anything is repeated, counted twice. If it is there, we will count, we will subtract. Now, check whether 2 to 3 and 3 to 4 is there within this time limit. Yes, we have only 3 to 4 is there. So, 3 is not counted twice. Now, let us see 8 to 9 and 9 to 10 is there. No, only 8 to 9 alone is there. So, 9 is also not counted twice. So, here no need to deduct, there will be 12 right angles. So, this is the way to find.